You going to your doctor's appointment? Is the baby in there yet? So they're excited. Hey y'all, hey. So where do I begin? We're starting. I guess I need to update you guys. My hair, I just did a twist out, y'all. So it's back like this, but and then I broke out over here. So pardon what's all going on, y'all. It's just a lot. Anyway, so I am about to leave my doctor's appointment. Today was my baseline appointment because we are preparing for transfer. But before I tell you guys about the details about what just happened in this appointment, I'm going to tell you, I think I need to give y'all an update, actually. The last thing I told y'all was we did the egg retrieval and how many eggs we got. Okay, so 13, we had a total of 13 eggs that made it through the 6 days or 5 days of blastocyte. And to move on to be frozen. They were in good condition to be frozen. Of those 13, we sent 8 off to get tested, to do the PSG testing. And we could have sent all of them off, but I put us on a budget because there was a certain amount of money that we wanted to spend. We didn't want to go over, so we just sent 8 off. We sent 8 off to get biopsy, which means basically before they put them in the freezer, they basically took some cells off of them and they sent it off to the lab, and the lab tested them to check and see if they had any chromosome issues. Of the 8, 2 came back insufficient, meaning that they couldn't locate or indicate anything on there, so they weren't good because it was like abnormal kind of. And then because there was no result, so they considered that to be not a good embryo. And then the 2 more came back to be abnormal, so they did find some chromosomal issues in those, so they came back abnormal, so we're not going to use them. And then and then we were finally left with 4. That's my hair. I know it hasn't been this yet, but so we have 4 remaining. And of the 4, we have 3 boys and 1 girl. So yes, we will know the gender once we are pregnant, but we do have 3 boys and 1 girl. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you probably see me hashtag 3 to 1 or 1 of 3. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, so 3 of 1, and then so we have to decide, which brings us up to today. Today, because we are preparing for transfer. After the egg retrieval, I started the day after. I had the egg retrieval on that Wednesday. That Thursday, I started Provera, which is a hormone and progesterone pill that I was taking. And that pill was to induce the period, because when you're going through IVF, they're manipulating your period, make sure they have on their time that they need to have it on. So I had to take that for 12 days. And after that, after I stopped taking that, I would produce a period, which I did. Got off on the 12th. I stopped them on the 12th, didn't have a period on the 13th, and then on the 14th, I had a period. So it worked really quite quick. So I had to call and report and let them know that I started my period. Once I called and reported that I started my period, she told me that I needed to come in because they was going to do a baseline. Basically, they were checking, do labs, checking my estrogen levels and things like that they've been checking, and then also checking to make sure I don't have any cysts or anything on my ovaries that will stop me from moving forward with our transfer. If for whatever reason there is cysts on the ovaries, then they will probably put me on a birth control or something like that. It will push the transfer out, but they have to get rid of the cysts before we can move forward. Didn't look like we saw any cysts on the ovaries. This sonographer that I had is not the same one that I typically have, so she didn't really give me the details. She wanted you to talk to your nurse. So yeah, so listen. This was the most uncomfortable ultrasound with Wanda that I have had. And the reason why it was uncomfortable, because if you follow what I just said, I'm on my period. So I had to get checked while I'm on my period. Not like a light day. It's not one of those days where you're just spotting. No, I'm on a full flow period. And so I had to like sit there waist down with and I use menstrual cups. Me personally, because I don't like the feel of my period. I don't want to feel nothing flow, no gush, no nothing. I don't want none of that, and I don't want to sit in it, so I don't use pads. But today I did purchase prior to this, y'all know I love me some honey pot, so I did purchase me some honey pot pads just for this. So before I came, I made sure I didn't have my cup on, and then I just used the honey pot pad and put my cup back on, because we use cups around here, menstrual cups. I think they're better. It's just to each his own, you know. But so yeah. Now that I got that done this afternoon, she's gonna call me and she's gonna let me know what those results were and if we're gonna move forward. So tonight I'm starting my estradiol pill that I have to go pick up when I leave here, and then I have another appointment for my lab and my ultrasound, and then I start my progesterone shots a week before we actually do our transfer. So yeah, it gets so much more real. So I have a whole calendar of events that I have to go through and paperwork that I have to read and stuff like that. So it's the fun part. We're halfway home, but definitely on our way. So I'm excited, as I've been just ready to kind of get this ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? I typically stop at McDonald's on my way home from the doctor's office, but I'm not going to do it today because I'm pressed for time because I have meetings. But that's normally what I do. I normally stop and get me some food. But I did eat breakfast this morning, so I'm not super hungry like I normally be. But yeah, y'all, that's what I have. So I guess I'll give y'all my next update when I go in. Depending on what she says today, which I'm pretty sure everything will be fine. Depending on what she says today, I'll probably give you guys my next update when I have to start my progesterone shots. I don't know that I want to show you guys me taking my progesterone shots like I did with the other shots, because this one has to go in my ass, and I'm not sure how much I want my ass flapped over the internet. But I will let y'all know and see the needle that I have to take, because it's much bigger than the ones that I've been using. So we're on our way, guys. We're on our way. I'm about to call my boo and give him an update, because right now, yeah, that's the other thing. So, the COVID. Remember I told you guys that Boo wanted to know if it was safe for me to take the COVID test vaccine or not. The vaccine. And so, she did tell me that it's up to me. If I want to take it, that's fine. I can. But it's going to push my transfer date out. Because, you know, the vaccine is given in 2 doses, and they don't want you to get it while you're going through the process. And then the other option is to take it once I'm pregnant into my 2nd trimester. And so we've made our decision on that, on what. So that was that update on that. When I come to these appointments, Boo is not with me because of the COVID protocol. They're not allowing spouses in unless you're doing the egg retrieval. Even then, he can't go back into the operating room. He has to stay, come back and get me. And you guys will obviously you saw that. And the other part is during these processes, he'll be able to be with me when we do the transfer, but just for the normal checkups. It's honestly not even a point of him coming, because they're just drawing blood and going on by their merry way. So it's not really a point for him to come. But if he had to be here, he would definitely be here with his laptop working. For sure. But he's definitely supportive, and I really appreciate him for that. The kids are very supportive. They're like, oh, you're going to your doctor's appointment? Is the baby in there yet? So they're about it. And yeah, you guys will see. That's the update I have for now. I'm about to go. I have to go mail off some orders and stuff, and pick up my prescription and go back to work. So I'll see you guys when I give you guys the next update. Hey y'all, hey. So, I look crazy. My hair is just back. It's nothing fancy because today is transfer day, or as my lovely husband would like to call it. It's so funny.
Install day.
We're getting
go live for all my techies out there. For all my Afro techs out there. It's go live day. We cutting over today, baby. Shout out to all the IT professionals out there.
So, we're on our way. I had a bump right here. We're on our way to the doctor's. I have my water bottle. transfer, you have to have a full bladder. And so they told me to, empty my bladder before I left the house and then drink water on the way so that my bladder will be full when we get in. So that's what I'm doing. And I currently have to pee, but I have to hold it. So I guess this is the uncomfortable part.
So how does that work? So you got a full bladder, now you got to pee. So what do they do in there? They empty your bladder for you?
No, they don't empty the bladder. Like sometimes I've seen where they say, do you want to go empty a little bit out your bladder? Empty a little bit, but I don't want to go empty a little bit because if I go empty a little bit, I'm gonna empty it out. But they want you to have a full bladder. They say it's easier for the ultrasound than when they guide into the vaginal area. So, no, they don't empty it for me. I just hold on to it.
Even during the procedure?
During the procedure, I hold on to it.
Yeah. And it ain't easy for you.
No.
Excuse me.
Don't do that. It ain't, y'all. I be having to go. When it's time to go, it's time to go. So I don't know how this gonna work out. But that's probably why they tell you to bring your own water bottle so you can drink more water before. So I don't know. I've been drinking water, so we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed. I don't want to be. I thought he was turning it. Okay. I don't know, y'all. So we'll see. But anyway, we can go in here. I'm gonna try to get. Babe, unfortunately, can't go in because of the COVID protocols. So I have to FaceTime him while this is happening.
Turn right on Glen Lakes Drive.
So it's a bummer, but here we are.
You have 15 minutes.
I know. So I think I can pee, and then I think I have to pee again before we go. Before it's time. So yeah, that's what we finna do, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm anxious. I am. I'm excited and I'm anxious about this whole process. So we'll see. But I gotta pee. I can't hold this one. I'll have to pee again, but I got time to pee and then go back. But I'm gonna run in here and pee right quick. And go back. Okay, y'all. So just come to give you guys an update. The transfer went good. We're waiting 9 days before we can take a pregnancy test. I'm currently on bed rest all day today, and then things ease up a little bit tomorrow, where I can just do like a walk, like go walking up in the streams. I can move around in the house, but today I was just strictly bedridden. So we went and got food when we finished, and then we came home, and I took a shower and I took a nap. It was like maybe an hour nap, that long. And then I woke up, and then now I'm here. And why do I always look crazy? And now we're waiting. I feel fine. It was, for me, it wasn't painful, but it was very uncomfortable because you have to have a full bladder, and you have to have a full bladder. And so what they tell you, and like I told y'all, is you gotta drink water. You gotta empty your bladder before you leave, then you drink water up until you get to the office. So I had to be there at 1. My transfer was at 1:45. So when I got there, when we first put in, we was like there quarter till, and I had to pee. So I went to the restroom, came back out. When I got in to go fill out the paperwork, which was probably about not even 10 minutes later, I had to pee again. So I was like, can I go to the restroom? She said, you have enough time. Go ahead. And then like I had to go again because she was like, I was like, can I go to the restroom? She said, yeah, but don't completely empty your bladder. Just do a little bit. I emptied the whole bladder because I didn't know, how do you want me to stop? Like, when it's coming out, how do you want me to stop that, you know? Anyway, so, then they called me back, and when they called me back, can you use the restroom? I had just came from the restroom. They can't use the restroom. They called me back. They showed me my baby, and explained what I was looking at on the sonogram and all that fun stuff. And after that, I sat there. The nurse talked to me, told me what I need to expect, what to do after, things like that. And then I sat there and I couldn't move, and I had to go pee again. So as soon as I got up and said I had to go pee, they understand that, like, your battery is full, you have to go, like, and it can get very uncomfortable. Like, they understand that. So, hey, yeah, go to the bathroom. We're getting ready to come get you. So go ahead and go to the bathroom and count to 10. Here we go again. Like, I should count to, like, 15. I counted to 12, but I should count to, like, 15. Because I was still had a super full battery. But went back to the OR. FaceTime boo. And we talked. It was such a good. The procedure was very cool. I liked it. I loved it. I love to see how they suction the embryo into the catheter, and all that stuff. Like, you can see it. It's very faint. So you got to pay very close attention. But yeah, it was good. But it was uncomfortable because she was pressing down on my bladder. So you press down on your full bladder. And remember, you still had other water that you drank, so that bladder still didn't fill it. So she pressed down on the bladder. And while she was pressing on the bladder, the doctor was inserting the what's it called? The thing to open up your vagina. I think what it's called. But it had that in you to open up your vagina and put it in the catheter thing too. That wasn't painful, anything. He told me, like, he walked me through the steps what he was doing. Plus, Boo was on FaceTime, so he was able to talk me through it. And so, what else? Oh, the process is not long, but it took a few minutes, probably a couple extra minutes, because I have a tilted uterus. If y'all guys saw the previous video, I have a tilted uterus, so it's like, he has to, instead of going straight in, he has to kind of angle it backwards to get to my tilted uterus. So, but we got it in there. Baby has been big, so now we're resting. And I had to pee. They had you lay down for about 10 minutes, and then you can go home. So that's what now we're ready. And our anniversary is in 2 days.